enjoying being wheeled? Eh?
Feels weird.
Feels weird. You're used to walking on your own.
It's Hillsy in the building. Sit down, relax, baby, let me take you on a ride. Sit down, relax, baby, let me take you on a ride. Welcome to my roller coaster.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Sami, or Sammy if you would like, and if you're a returning subscriber, hey, thank you so much for coming back. So as you guys can see from the title of today's video, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my journey with fibroids. It's literally taken me a whole year to actually sit down and film this video, but I just feel it in my heart of hearts that it's important for me to share. And you guys know that on this channel we keep everything 100, okay? Authenticity from A to Z. And so I feel like it's been a part of my story, and I just feel like I have to share it for the next sister. Because guys, when I found out I had fibroids, and just when I found everything out that I had to go for surgery and everything, I was so freaked out because I did not know what fibroids were. I did not know what was happening, and I just wished that more people actually spoke about it. I actually got a lot of help and insight from YouTube, and so me having my own platform, I figured it's also right for me to also share my journey for the next sister who's gonna go through it or who's going through it. So yeah, we are here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my whole experience, the surgery, how I found out, the symptoms, all of that. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of TMI in this video, so if you're someone who's not comfortable with hearing about periods, like female menstruation and all those little details of the female reproductive system, then this video is not for you. But yeah, I'm going to share as much as I can in order to help the next sister. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep on watching. But before you do that, if you are new to my channel, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the little bell right next so that you never miss a video when I post. This particular story that I'm going to share is a 3-part series, so make sure you subscribe and keep your notifications on so that you don't miss the rest of the videos. So yeah guys, without wasting much time, let's get straight into it. So in September last year, I had to go in for surgery. They found out I had fibroids and I had to go for surgery, but that was much later. The story actually starts in April. So before we get into my experience, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, let's first get into what fibroids actually are, for those of you who don't know. Simply put, according to Google, fibroids are non-cancerous growths in the uterus that can develop during a woman's childbearing years. Yes, so how my doctor explained it to me is, as we're getting older, right, your body as a woman wants to receive a child. And then if you don't actually conceive a child, your body makes its own child, if that makes sense, because then the uterus is designed to carry a baby. So it's basically your body making its own little babies, if that makes sense. Yeah, so some facts that I thought I would share with you guys, just so you guys know how extremely common fibroids are. The National Institute of Health estimates that up to 80% of women will have fibroids by the age of 50. Oh. I know, 80% is a huge number. So that's why for me it was just so, I don't know, I was really just so surprised, so shocked at how much fibroids are not spoken about, and yet such a high percentage of women actually have them, have had them, or are going to have them. And they're very common. They're most common in black women, with nearly a quarter of black women between the ages of 30 having fibroids, compared to about 6% of white women. Guys, these are crazy stats. Honestly, when I found out, I was just so mind blown. Like, yeah, I was so mind blown. These are crazy stats. And by age 35, that number increases to 60%. So we're saying by age 35, it's estimated that 60% of black women who have had or have fibroids, which is honestly crazy. And black women are 2 to 3 times more likely to have recurring fibroids or suffer complications. So yeah, I'm just sharing these stats with you guys for you guys to actually know how serious it is. And if you haven't experienced them, or if you're lucky enough not to have experienced fibroids yet, this video is going to bring awareness to some of the symptoms that you may be ignoring that may actually need medical attention. So for me, I've always had painful periods, guys. Literally from when I was a teenager, my periods have always been really painful. And I know people talk about like, oh yeah, period pain, but like my period pain, yo guys, the pain was paining shem. Like, I've just always had really excruciating period pains, especially on day 1 and day 2. Like, it's been super crazy, but I just always thought it was normal. I genuinely thought that's just what every woman goes through, and I just thought maybe I was the weak one, because you know, some girls would be like, oh yeah, I have period pain, but you know, they're fine. Like, for me, I would be man down on day 1. Do you know what I mean? So I've just always thought maybe I was just not strong enough, or just my periods were just more painful than the normal. And it's only up until this experience that I actually found out that no, like, it wasn't normal. Like, it wasn't normal to have periods that painful. Literally during the surgery, as I'm going to share later on, as you guys see everything, they actually found out I had endometriosis. So that's literally why my periods have always been like really painful. My story starts in April last year. I went for my period as normal, regular. My period usually lasts 5 to 6, 7 days sometimes, but yeah, five days usually. Went for my period ended, everything was fine. But literally a week after I finished my period, I bled again for about 4 days. But then I thought, you know, it's nothing, it's probably just, you know, spotting. It had never happened before, but I just ignored it and thought, whatever, it's normal, right? So April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, May was fine. May went by, I had a normal period, everything cool, bore. June comes and I went for my period, 5 days, period finished, and then literally after I finished my period, I think I only stopped my period for 3 days, and then I started spotting again. But it was so weird because it wasn't just spotting as in just a drop of blood or 2 drops. I would literally be bleeding, like changing my pad at least 2 or 3 times in the day. It wasn't as much as my normal flow, but then it also wasn't just spotting, if that makes sense. Anyway, so April happens, May was fine, June I bled. So it literally felt like I was on my period for 2 weeks. Literally half a month. So that was June. And then July, so when it happened in June, again, I don't know why, I kept ignoring it. I just thought something is wrong, but it's not that deep. I ignored it. And then July, it happened again. Now I was freaking out because I'm like, it's been 3 months and I'm literally on my period for half the month, because I would bleed for 2 weeks. Crazy. I would literally only stop bleeding after like the ovulation period. Anyway, July happens, and then now I'm like, okay, I need to see a doctor. And then another thing that I would experience, guys, I started craving like chalk. I would crave chalk and daga. I don't know what daga is in English, but basically it's like soil, like that soil that you find on the edges of the tree. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that in English, but I think if I find the translation, I'll put it on the screen. But I would crave that so much, guys. I would eat it so much. I literally sent someone to go to Mbare to buy the you know, like there's this dagger that comes like in a white little, if I find a picture I'll put it on the screen, but I literally would move around with that in my handbag, guys, and just be like snacking on it. That's how bad it was. But again, I did not think of anything of it, and it's so funny because I literally work in the medical field, but you know, when it's happening to you, you don't actually think about those things. But yeah, I was craving that, eating that all the time. So July happens, I go and see the doctor, and the first doctor I saw, I'm not going to mention his name, but yeah, he ordered the scans and everything. This was the end of July, yeah, end of July, beginning of August, somewhere there. Yeah, he ordered some scans, and then that's the first time that they told me that, oh, you actually, oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys this. So I went for the scan, right? And then I'm sitting in there, and then they're doing the scan like to my tummy and everything, and then the lady says, it looks like you have an incomplete miscarriage. I'm like, what? Like, that does not make sense. I'm not even sexually active, so there's no way, number one, I would have fallen pregnant, and then number two, have an incomplete miscarriage. Like, none of that makes sense. But then at this point now I'm freaking out because I'm like, what the hell, you know? So anyway, he then says, yeah, like, it's really, really big, your uterus is not looking normal, it literally looks like you have an incomplete miscarriage, which again was crazy because there is absolutely no way. So the results come out, I go to the doctor. They ordered blood tests and then scans and everything. My hemoglobin was so low, it was literally lower than 6.5, which is super low. Literally, he looked at me and said, how are you still walking? Like, how do you have this much energy? Someone with that level of hemoglobin is usually like in the hospital bed right now. Yeah, so now it made sense, like the craving of the chalk and the dagger. It's literally, my iron levels were so low, I kept craving that. Those are signs of low iron. So ladies, stop eating chalk, stop eating ice, stop eating dagger, go get checked because literally it's a sign that your iron levels are not right. So the results come out, I go to the doctor, the gyna that I was seeing at the time, and then he tells me that I have fibroids, and at the time they could see one really, really big one. And so he then says, you know, you need to have surgery, open surgery. And I don't know, for me, I just was not comfortable because literally when you have open surgery, it's the same kind of surgery that you have when you are giving birth, like if you get a C-section basically. And for me, I was just like, child, no. So yeah, I just didn't have a very good experience with that gynecologist. But then good thing, now that I found out and we knew what was wrong, I started doing more research, about fibroids, and then I found out that, you know, if your fibroid is small or if you don't have as many, some women can literally have up to 8 fibroids at once and you literally look pregnant. Yeah, for me, my stomach was starting to grow, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I've seen other women and yo, it's bad, guys. Thank God for me, it wasn't that bad. Like, my stomach wasn't growing that much. But yeah, I found out that you can have them removed through a procedure called laparoscopic myomectomy. That's basically where they pierce holes into your tummy, so 3 holes, and then through your belly button they insert a camera for them to see what they're doing, and then they, like the other holes, they put the tools and then they basically operate you while looking at the screen. They cut them off and then they destroy them and pull them out. Basically, I was like, I'm always one for the most minimally invasive procedures. I've had 2 surgeries before. I had breast fibroadenomas, so that means I had growths in my breast. Happened to me twice. The first time I was 15 and the second time I was 21, 22, I forgot, but I was in China at the time. So yeah, I've been through surgery and I'm always one to opt for the most minimally invasive procedures. So anyway, I found out about the laparoscopic myomectomy and I did my research about, you know, what doctors could do that in Zimbabwe and just how to do the whole thing. And the worst part, guys, oh my gosh, I did not have medical aid, like a proper medical aid, which really sucked. I was on my mom's Pismas, which if you are Zimbabwean, you know that medical aid, child, the ghetto. But yeah, anyway, so I then found the best gynecologist in Zimbabwe, and I will stand on this. Oh my gosh, Dr. Mhlanga, FG Mhlanga. Oh my gosh, guys, I will forever rave about Dr. Mhlanga, and I'm so thankful to him. Like, he's literally my dad now. But yeah, I found out about Dr. Mhlanga and I went for a consultation with him. And literally from the first consultation, you know, like when a doctor really explains to you that you leave with no questions. With the first gynae that I saw, I was not happy because literally I had so many questions. And you know, like those doctors that just like riff-raff about things and just like, I don't know, I just didn't feel taken care of as a patient, you know. And from the first consultation with Dr. Mhlanga, he literally explained everything. I remember him drawing like on his whiteboard and like just explaining to me what fibroids are and just the whole process, what, you know, I needed to do, and like how the procedure was gonna happen and all of that. And I think I felt a lot more confident. Oh my gosh, I have to share with you guys that during that period, I was so stressed, guys. Like, I think just being sick and then also having all this information, like just knowing that, oh my gosh, this is what's happening, and a lot was going through my mind. I couldn't sleep. Like, I would be up googling stuff, and you know, Google will tell you Google is not your best friend, guys. Google will be telling you the worst case scenarios. And now I'm reading all these things about, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so hard for you to conceive in the future, blah blah blah, you need to have kids now or you're never gonna have kids, and just all these things that I was reading, and just like all these things that have flooded my mind. And I'm just like, God, I don't even got a man and you're telling me that I need to have kids. Also, this is what that other guy literally told me. He's like, well, yeah, you need to get them removed and make sure you have a baby like ASAP, because it's gonna be harder for you to have a baby when you're older. I'm like, child. And that's actually what gynaes will tell you. And I mean, I get it from like a medical perspective, but like, child, can you chill? The pressure. So after I saw Dr. Mhlanga, that's when we scheduled the surgery. I was gonna have it in the next, I think it was 3 weeks, because now the issue was my HB was so low, my iron, my hemoglobin was so low, they couldn't operate me in that state. So I had to up my HB. I got on iron tablets, ranferon, saffron. Guys, that shit was so slow. Do you know what helped me? I had to drink avocado leaves. So like, I would wash avocado leaves and boil the water and drink that water every single day. My hemoglobin literally went from 6 to 10 in literally just 2 weeks. That was crazy. Like, that was so crazy. And I think it also showed me, Kuti, you know, like how our moms and our gogos, they like suggest these traditional mushongas and just like traditional remedies. They actually work, guys, because who would have thought avocado leaves worked better than me being on ranferon, which is ranferon is like iron supplement from the pharmacy. I was taking that for the whole month. Like, before, it literally wasn't rising that much. It was rising, but like very slowly. But literally from me taking those avocado leaves, my hemoglobin went up from like 6 to 10 in literally 2 weeks. So yeah, if you suffer from low iron, the anemic babes, try avocado leaves. They worked for me, and I'm sure they'll work for you too. But yeah, guys, so that's all about, you know, the symptoms and just how I found out I had fibroids.
I think one thing that I forgot to mention when I was filming the video, guys, is that during this period, just before I went in for surgery, I was in so much pain. With me bleeding 2 weeks at a time, my period pains just got way worse, and I had them throughout the 2 weeks that I was on my period. And because I'd lost so much blood and I'd become severely anemic, my doctor had to find a way to stop the bleeding so that I can replenish my hemoglobin levels. So this is the time when I was taking the avocado leaves for the iron therapy so that my HB goes up before surgery. So he basically put me on birth control in order to stop the bleeding. So during that period, I wasn't bleeding, but my body felt like it was going through the period. And even though I wasn't bleeding, I was in so much pain, guys. I even stopped going to work. So that's how bad the situation was just before I had to go in for surgery.
So the next part of the video is me taking you guys through the whole surgery experience. So from me going to the hospital, I vlogged while I was in hospital just so I could, you know, share my experience. So yeah, the next part of the video is me getting ready to go to the hospital. Hey guys, so it's a day before I have to go in for my surgery. I've been planning to actually like start this vlog and just like tell you all that stuff that I've probably already said in the beginning, but yeah, it's been a very rough week. I have been in so much pain, guys. Like, I've been in excruciating pain the whole week, and it's crazy because literally the whole time I've been fine. Like, besides knowing that I have something wrong in my body, like physically I was okay, and just this week things took a turn. But yesterday and today I've been okay. I actually didn't take any painkillers today, like at all. I can walk. Like the past 2 days I haven't been able to stand up straight and like, you know. But anyway, yeah, it's a day before the surgery. How am I feeling? I'm actually pretty calm. I will tell you that the first time that I actually found out that I had to go to surgery, I was freaking out. Like, I was, yo. But anyway, yeah, at my uncle's house, my mom's here with me, and so I have to go in tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Good thing the doctor said I don't have to sleep in hospital today because it would just cause me like a lot of anxiety, which I think, you know, is a good thing because yeah, I tend to get anxious. So yeah, right now I'm gonna pack my hospital bag. I have to pack pajamas for at least 2 nights, my toiletries and stuff. So I'm gonna be in hospital by 8 in the morning. I can't eat anything past 12 midnight. So like, yeah, I'm actually not even that hungry. I had a heavy lunch. So yeah, be in the hospital at 8. My procedure is at 12:30. Should take about 1.5 to like 3 hours unless there's like complications. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pack my hospital bag. So I have everything ready. I've just laid out everything. So I obviously have my towel and my bath gloves, shower gel, body spritz, face wash. Shout out Vuka Skin. Okay, I'm gonna plug my baby all day every day. Anyway, yeah, just my toiletries. I have my hot water bottle. Guys, when I tell you that this has saved my life, I literally mean this has saved my life. Like, it has relieved me just like of so much of the abdominal pains I've been having. So yeah, I'm definitely carrying this with me. I have all the medication that I'm currently taking. I have packed about 4 pairs of pajamas. I know I only need like 1 or 2. Obviously everything's gonna go well tomorrow in the name of Jesus, and I ain't finna stay in the hospital for too long. But yeah, just packed some pajamas, bonnet, socks, undies, headbands, and this is the dress that I'm gonna wear probably when I leave the hospital, or maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'm packing in my hospital bag. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah guys, I've just finished packing my bag. Yeah, I pretty much have almost everything. I still need to get a few stuff probably tomorrow. My mom's gonna bring more stuff. Like, I know I need like pads because I'm gonna be bleeding a lot after the procedure. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Now I'm gonna have my last meal because I can't eat after 12 midnight. So yeah, you can't eat anything before your procedure. So yeah, after midnight and the whole of tomorrow until I have my procedure, I can't eat anything, I can't drink anything. So yeah, now I'm gonna have my supper. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning, probably when I get to the hospital. Yeah, I'll try to chat with you guys for a bit. I actually don't know if I'll be allowed, like honestly, to even record anything in the hospital. Like Zim has these crazy laws. I remember being in the hospital in China and I could do that. I don't know if I can do that here, but yeah, I'll try my best to share my journey with you guys. Yeah, by the way guys, yes, of course I was gonna get my lace front laid. Of course I was gonna get the lashes done. Okay, I know I'm sick, but I ain't finna look the part. Okay, I refuse to look like my problems in Jesus' name. Yeah, no, I may be sick, but I will not look the part. I refuse. Devil is a liar. He's a liar. Anyway, yeah, no, y'all ain't gonna catch me slipping. Okay, I said I will look good to feel good. Yeah, no, everything is gonna go fine tomorrow. I'm literally giving myself all these affirmations because yes, I am healed by his stripes in Jesus' name. Everything's gonna be okay. So yeah, yo, I'm talking too much. Let me go eat. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Night night.